There it is, all clean. Beautiful. There's the cases all cleaned, ready to go back together. Ultrasonically washing the crank and rods and pistons and counter shaft. And in it goes. Okay, I got the short block together. New rod bolts, torque to 45 Newton meters plus 90 degrees. Cap's gonna go back in. I just gotta lube those up, and I got the chain in there. One nice 1500cc Rotax. That's the bearing shells being put back in. They're all in good shape. I just reused the old ones. That's the broken rocker arm from the number 2 short block that I used for parts. That's the Elco low compression forged or turbo pistons. Everything's going in the hot tank ultrasonic bath for a tub. All the parts are basically ready to go back together. 4-inch bore, short stroke screamer. Still waiting for assembly. Pistons going back in. Pistons back in, ready to go. Lube on all the bearings, put the crank and the balance shaft back in. Close up the short block. Insane torque specs. Torque to yield bolts everywhere on the short block. Rod bolts and rocker shaft and flywheel bolts are not reusable. Must be replaced. Head bolts have to be measured. There's the new gasket kit. Heads dropped on. Now for the heavy duty torque. Pick the best cam. It's going in. Setting the timing. Really interesting way they do that. There's a camshaft alignment tool and crankshaft tool to hold the motor at the lowest point on the rocker shafts. One-time use bolts for the gaskets for the magneto drive. Another shot of the flywheel bolts, torque to yield as well. Other end of the motor together. Was a supercharged engine now, but I've capped it so there's no supercharger. We'll look at turbocharging next year. Ready to go, battery hooked up so we can test crank it on the bench. Oil was leaking out the tail shaft. I had to put a cork in there. There I got the ski back in the shop, all acidized and cleaned up. Motor back in the hull. Now assemble it again. And that's basically it. It's done. Data log looks good. I'm going to go over to faults. It's because I had the key out. Looks good. Runtime. RPM shows all the scales. Max history. Runtime type. It's got 150 hours on the ski. That's the Seadoo software I got online in the box, and I got the ski all together. It's communicating. Looking good. There we go. All ready to go. Runs like a top. Running pretty sweet. Got the water hose in it.